Can everybody hear me? Guys, let's go to Narcoland. Until the end of last year, these people were doing what they wanted.
A routine patrol above the shores of the town of La Línea de la Concepción, facing the Strait of Gibraltar and the Moroccan coast. This southern Andalusian city is known as the gateway of hashish to Europe. In recent months, the Spanish police have stepped up their response against narco traffickers. This is actually 1 kilo of hashish. Each of these parcels is worth at least 30,000 euros. So, drug trafficking in La Línea, it's become a way of life.
Yes, it's a way of life. You have to realize that it's a society that doesn't work, and who lives on that, but also the tobacco smuggling here in La Línea.
This beach is one of the main landing points for drug shipments.
Unemployment is very serious here. There's very little work, so it is easier, especially for young people, to engage in this type of activity.
Border protection, crime, unemployment. 3 of the themes the far-right party Vox has capitalized on. It made a breakthrough in the last regional elections in Andalusia. We have an appointment with its representatives in La Línea on a market day. But at the last moment, orders came through. Our camera is no longer welcome. The headquarters is saying that you cannot speak to us.
Yes.
Officially. But do you know why?
Not to you, with everybody.
To every media?
Yeah.
Why?
Don't know.
You don't know? They are afraid. We're asked to turn off the camera. We approached the Vox information stand. The activist who'd confirmed our appointments wants nothing more to do with us. We will have to cover her identity. A young girl starts a heated discussion.
No, I don't want you to film.
The girl criticizes Vox's radical stance on immigrants and gay people.
I don't think it's right. I hear things outside. I see what you're generating.
But are you listening to what we are saying or to what the media says about us?
I hear what I hear and I see what I see. Here, you say different things than we hear outside. Seen from the outside, you provoke hatred towards these people.
Then I'll tell my party to communicate better, because I guarantee you that we are neither homophobic nor xenophobic. Are you still filming?
Call the police.
Yeah, she's going to get the police?
Yeah.
It's a public event?
Yes, but you know the law.
Okay, so this lady just went to get the police. She doesn't want to appear, and she got very angry, so I think our chances of pursuing the report are slight. The activists won't speak to us, so we look for Vox sympathizers in the market. You think the arrival of a party like Vox is a good thing?
I do.
Yes, at least they can change something.
I think it's good. I'm not too much of a kind to vote for novelty, but everything else is so bad.
Vox is a different party, and we hope for a change, that it offers something more than the other parties. We'll see if it makes a difference, in order to help workers more and small businesses, to do more for the poor, for the modest people.
I don't understand politics, and I don't want to, because if we ask for help, if we ask for anything, we the Spaniards, we get no help. Do we have to immigrate to get some rights? Understood?
Immigration, a central theme for Vox. A few kilometers away from La Línea, the port of Algeciras is one of the main entry points for candidates to European exile. We approach a group of Vox activists campaigning in Algeciras. Again, to no avail. So the coordinator is not here and nobody wants to talk to us until he gives the authorization. Which we will never get, despite our many attempts. We try our luck a few meters further.
I vote for Vox because I'm Spanish. That's clear enough.
I share some of their ideas, but not all.
Which ideas?
I'm not going to explain that in front of the camera, but it's clear I share some.
Tongues loosen inside the cafe. Are you going to vote for Vox?
Yes, I am. Because with all those people coming from outside that get help, they go to the city council and they get electricity, water, paid for. Those people coming from elsewhere, it makes you really angry. While the people here who are from the village, nobody listens to them. Shouldn't you first help your own home before helping those from outside? Take care of your house, then you can care about outsiders.
Back in La Línea de la Concepción, Vox also appeals to parts of the middle class. In the city centre, many businesses, we're told, are keen on the tax cuts promised by the party. But again, no one will say so in front of our camera. The only one willing to talk to us openly is one of the city's well-known intellectuals. He stands behind Vox's views on territorial integrity.
Vox said that we must reform the Spanish system of autonomous regions because it has created different categories of regions. Why should the Basque country have a tax burden that's different from mine? And it would be nice if the state takes control of the education system again. Because I can't have 17 distinct and divergent versions of history, depending on whether I am from Extremadura, Andalusia or Catalonia. I do believe that the current situation can lead to a disintegration of the nation if we do not take the right path.
National unity, a central issue for Vox supporters. Among them, many members of the security forces. One of them agrees to meet us with his wife on a condition we hide their identities. Hola, ¿qué tal? Valérie. Disappointed by the Popular Party, Spain's main conservative party, the policeman turned to Vox. His choice is too radical for his wife, who remained faithful to the Popular Party.
I see a new window of hope, especially in regards to the defense of territorial unity and the Constitution, especially because of the recent events in Catalonia and previous years in the Basque country. Now I see someone who's defending the unity of our country. I am Spanish, and regardless of my political ideas, I defend my country. And I love my country. For me, it's a sentiment. When I listen to the national anthem, I get goosebumps.
It's a very masculine emotion. But it's true, there is an Andalusian element of the man of the past, of the Iberian macho, as we call it in Spain. It's a large percentage of the vote for Vox, the man who's idealised what we had before, without even knowing what it was. The vast majority of Vox voters haven't experienced dictatorship because they're not old enough, and so they believe that the past was better, and they will vote for them.
I won't comment.
Vox is divisive in La Línea. Like here on the border that separates the city from Gibraltar. Every day, thousands of Spaniards go to work in the small territory which became British 3 centuries ago. Vox wants it returned to Spain, a very controversial issue.
For me, those from Vox are fascist. They are fascists.
Why? It's what everyone wants. Vox says out loud what everybody thinks.
But what do you think?
That's what we need. First the Spanish, and then the others.
I agree on that, but there are other things you don't say. Don't talk nonsense. They want to take away the rights that we had before.
Vox is new. We'll see what happens. We don't know yet.
Would you vote for Vox?
Yes, of course, yes. Because there are many things to improve. Everything the Spaniards want, to have a decent salary in Spain, to be able to have a good job here.
What? What? They want to lower the minimum wage. I'll tell you one thing. In Spain, there are a lot of idiots who have not yet come out of the Franco regime. It's a fact. It's the truth.
Vox has vowed to create an industrial zone in La Línea to put an end to its economic dependence on Gibraltar, a plan that many don't agree with, like Eladio, who came to fetch his father returning from Gibraltar.
The Vox Party? Oh, it's worth nothing here. It's worthless in Spain. The first thing they said was that they would close the border.
If Vox had their way, it would jeopardize my job and those of the whole area. Many businesses depend on Gibraltar.
Here there's no factory. There's nothing at all in La Línea. Nothing.
A few kilometers away, we meet Eladio again in the area controlled by drug traffickers. The family garage that he runs with his brother is one of the few businesses in the area. 50% of their customers come from British-controlled Gibraltar. On top of Brexit, Vox's entry into the government would be a disaster, he says. But he doesn't believe that the appeal of Vox can last.
Most of the things that they say in their election campaign, for me, are not viable and a bit ridiculous. Things like, everyone stays outside, we close the border, no abortions for women, less freedom. It kind of reminds you of the 1940s at the time of Hitler. I think a lot of people voted for Vox in Andalusia without knowing exactly what it represents. I think that more than anything, it was a punishment vote, because Andalusia has been completely abandoned by the central government and the autonomous government. And it's one of the regions of Spain and Europe where there is the most unemployment. So I believe, or I hope, that the last time it was nothing more than a protest vote.
In a city where 35% of people are unemployed, Vox still expects to gain strength. In the small fishing port of La Tunara, all share the same feeling of abandonment. Blocked from the territorial waters of Gibraltar, strangled by quotas imposed by the European Union, the fishermen are ruined and don't expect much from mainstream politics.
I believe less and less in politics. Less and less. I wouldn't buy anything from those we have now. We have seen socialists come and those of the Popular Party, and they did nothing. Nothing at all. Many promises which never came true. People are disenchanted. I don't think anyone would have imagined, not even those at Vox, that this party would have got to where it got to. But as we say, we already know the evil. We've already experienced it. Can it be any worse? I don't think so. So let's try. And if it's no good, then in 4 years we'll see. Because we're fed up with lies. That's not how you can move ahead. That's not how you get a country back on its feet.
Muchas gracias. Hasta luego.
Suerte.